Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we dive into The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Released in 2017, this book offers a powerful, straightforward approach to breaking the chains of procrastination, overcoming fear, and embracing a life of courage and productivity. Mel Robbins, a renowned motivational speaker and CNN commentator, delivers this guide with both wit and wisdom. Drawing on the principles of neuroscience, the 5-second rule arms you with a simple yet profound tool, counting down from 5 to 1 to launch yourself into action. This deceptively simple technique has been the turning point for countless individuals looking to conquer their doubts and make significant strides in their personal and professional lives. Robbins' expertise shines through each page. With her background as a television host, a contributing editor for Success magazine, and the success of her previous bestseller, Stop Saying You're Fine, Robbins has cemented her place as an authoritative voice in the world of self-help and personal development. This episode is perfect for anyone who finds themselves paralyzed by worry, or for students and professionals grappling with the lure of procrastination. If you're seeking a practical roadmap to initiating positive changes in your life with immediate effect, the 5-second rule is your starting point. Listen in to learn how to harness the power of a 5-second countdown to transform your life into one of decisive action and fulfillment. The 5-second rule. Transform your life, work, and confidence with everyday courage. Introduction. Unlock your hidden potential with a simple countdown. Imagine you're standing at the precipice of your dreams, gazing into the void of your aspirations. It's nerve-wracking, isn't it? The anticipation, the doubt, the fear, all these emotions conspire to keep you from leaping forward. But what if I told you that there's a secret weapon that can help you conquer hesitation and propel you into action within 5 seconds? This secret is known as the 5-second rule, a straightforward yet powerful tool that promises to transform your life and help you embrace your true potential. Dive into a narrative that reveals the transformative power of split-second decisions. This journey will introduce you to a series of enlightening anecdotes and insights, from how quick decisions have played pivotal roles in significant historical events like the Civil Rights Movement, to an eye-opening statistic showing the percentage of employees who are silently yearning to discuss essential changes with their employers. Most importantly, you'll discover how the 5-second rule is more than just a motivational tool. It's a practical strategy to eliminate worry and procrastination, enabling you to act decisively and effectively. As we embark on this adventure together, prepare to learn the profound impact of immediate action and how, by embracing the 5-second countdown, you can unlock doors to opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Part 1. Overcome inertia and spark positive change with a simple countdown technique. On a bleak wintry morning in Boston, while darkness still clung to the window panes, author Mel Robbins was jolted awake by the shrill sound of her alarm. Unlike some mornings when she might wake with zest, this morning painted a different picture. She lay entangled in the sheets of unemployment, weighed down by financial woes, and battling a drinking problem. The urge to hit snooze and sink back into oblivion was familiar, yet today, something extraordinary happened. Mel didn't reach for the snooze button. Instead, she initiated a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meet the 5-second rule, a deceptively simple strategy designed to combat the temptation to give in to harmful impulses. As Robbins counted back from 5 that morning, she did more than just stir from her slumber. She performed an act of mental redirection. This counting technique serves as a bridge between the trap of momentary comfort and the path of meaningful action. It clears the fog of hesitation and refocuses the mind on what needs to be done. By consistently employing this rule, Robbins not only shattered the chains of procrastination, but also began to form advantageous new routines, reshaping her life one 5-second decision at a time. Whether it was lacing up her jogging shoes instead of sinking into the couch or tackling her resume rather than browsing the internet, the rule was there, nudging her forward. This rule is an ally to anyone who finds themselves waiting for the elusive spark of motivation to strike. The term locus of control, introduced by psychologist Julian Rotter in 1954, sheds light on why this strategy is so potent. It distinguishes between individuals who believe their lives are directed by external factors and those who see themselves as the masters of their fates. It's the latter group that tends to be more proactive and successful. The typical counsel is to be vigilant for chances to come our way. However, there's a more empowering approach. Grasp the reins of your destiny and be the architect of your own opportunities. This insight forms the essence of what Robbins dubs the power of the push. Incorporate the 5-second rule into your life, and it might just be the catalyst for the change you've been searching for, the push towards a destiny you sculpt with your own 2 hands. Part 2. Ignite your courageous spirit with the transformative power of the 5-second rule. Picture a chilly evening in December 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama. Rosa Parks, a seamstress, sits quietly on a segregated bus, unaware that her next decision will echo through the annals of history. Faced with the demand to relinquish her seat to a white passenger, Parks chooses courage over compliance with a simple, yet defiant, no. This moment wasn't crafted from grandiose plans, but rather from an instantaneous, bold assertion of dignity, a testament to the idea that sometimes the smallest act can catalyze monumental change. It's within the spirit of these pivotal seconds that the 5-second rule resides. Mere counting from 5 to 1 doesn't herald dramatic transformation on its surface. However, beneath lies a potent force, one that emboldens you to step into the arena of bravery, however quietly you may tread. In the wake of Rosa Parks' arrest, an opportunity arose from another seemingly inconspicuous decision. Only 4 days later, a young pastor was hastily invited to spearhead the Montgomery bus boycott, a man who would later reflect on the swiftness with which he accepted, sans the luxury of contemplation. That man was Martin Luther King, Jr., and like Parks, he didn't set out with an inherently audacious heart. Instead, King stumbled into a moment where his gut reaction clashed with his convictions, leading to a stride of courage facilitated by an inner nudge. Most individuals are saddled with an instinctual caution, a voice whispering to evade risk and err on the side of safety. But it is the 5-second rule that can momentarily suspend our reservations, granting us a window to tread toward the rich landscape of possibilities life extends to us. Life unfurls in a series of choices, a daily crossroads between the allure of the extraordinary and the comfort of the mundane. To vault into a life peppered with exceptional moments, one must embrace the juncture of decision, a brief 5-second span in which to propel oneself from the snug confines of convention. History's figures like Rosa Parks and Dr. King weren't born with a blueprint for valor. They were ordinary people, touched by moments of trepidation just as we are. Parks with her quiet demeanor, King with his self-doubt, they each took that push past their fears. And within the breadth of a simple countdown, you can do the same. It's in those crucial 5 seconds that you can light the fire of your own courageous story. Part 3. Embrace the moment and chase your dreams without delay. Envision yourself in a bustling office space, the hum of collaboration and discussion creating a symphony of productivity. Now, picture you have an innovative idea, a kernel of insight that might just make a difference. You're seated in the conference room, heart drumming. All it takes is a raised hand, a shared thought, to pivot the perception others hold of you toward that of a thought leader. Or perhaps you see a colleague, shoulders slumped, in need of a kind word to brighten their day. What holds you back is not the lack of opportunity, but the hesitation. the silent whisper of not now, not yet. But the wait for the perfect moment is a mirage. The 5-second rule dares you to reject procrastination and seize the present as the opportune time you've been anticipating. Consider this: no one dreams of being the individual who let life pass them by. Nonetheless, many succumb to the idea of waiting for the stars to align. A staggering 85% of professionals are quietly stifling valuable feedback, prisoners to the illusion of an ideal right time. Even those furnished with exceptional talent occasionally require a nudge to step onto their destined path. Take Steve Wozniak, the legendary Apple co-founder who teetered on the brink of doubt when presented with an opportunity to venture into the unknown with Steve Jobs in 1977. The prospect of leaving his stable job loomed large, causing him to hesitate. It took the urgency of his friend's persuasion to transition from inaction to the groundbreaking success that defines Apple's legacy. Similarly, E.L. James didn't hinge her authorial aspirations on the uncertain promise of a publisher's contract. She was a working mother fueled by passion, who decided to self-publish her way into the narrative of literary success. 50 Shades of Grey achieved an astonishing milestone, selling 1 million copies in just 4 days, an accomplishment that hinged on her willingness to step forward and take control. These stories stand as a clarion call to discard the narrative of suspension and activate within ourselves the readiness to act. With the 5-second prompt, you can rewrite your journey, from spectator to protagonist, in the story of your own life. Part 4. Command your actions to lead, even when your emotions suggest otherwise. Professional athletes stand as a beacon of dedication and human potential. With every measured breath and stride, they embody the pinnacle of discipline. They press on despite feeling the burn coursing through their muscles, separating the whisper of exhaustion from their relentless drive to excel. This phenomenon isn't bound by magic, but is underpinned by a single replicable trait: the ability to acknowledge feelings as mere proposals, not absolutes, especially in the pursuit of a goal. This insight is crucial because, typically, our emotions are the puppeteers behind our choices. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio presents a striking statistic. Emotions dictate a whopping 95% of our decision-making processes. We don't so much think our way to an action, but rather, we feel our way there. Through his studies on individuals with brain damage, individuals who, despite rational comprehension, stood at a crossroads of indecision, Damasio uncovered a fundamental human truth. We are not solely rational entities endowed with sentiment. Instead, we are emotive beings armed with the ability to rationalize. With the 5-second rule, you harness the ability to take the reins back from your emotions. Facing fears and insecurities can be paralyzing, threatening to ensnare you in a web of unfulfilled dreams. However, by implementing a 5-second countdown, you initiate a decisive leap towards your aspirations. This concept echoes a method of psychological intervention that Aristotle succinctly put as, "Do good, be good." The premise is clear. To reshape your self-perception, first, focus on changing your actions. The 5-second rule excels in this arena, altering behavior and instilling the fortitude necessary to surmount the psychological barriers blocking your path. Every time you count down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you trigger a behavioral transformation. It's an act of defiance against the inertia of apprehension, a conscious choice to act in favor of progress. The rule is far more than a motivational trick. It's a practice in courage, one that places you firmly in the driver's seat of your life's journey. Part 5. Arm yourself against procrastination with the swift strike of the 5-second countdown. Innovation has paved the way for sophisticated devices designed to streamline our lives, yet the same smartphones and tablets possess a duplicitous edge. They were conceived to enhance our efficiency, but paradoxically, they've become a siren song, luring us into the abyss of procrastination. However, not all procrastination is created equal. There's a distinct line between benign procrastination, the kind that slightly delays tasks without grave consequence, and its malevolent counterpart, destructive procrastination. When avoidance escalates to the point where neglected responsibilities invite calamity, it morphs into a self-sabotaging force. The image of procrastination as a mere byproduct of poor time management or a lack of discipline has been dispelled. In reality, it's acknowledged as a coping mechanism for stress, a subconscious plea for immediate pleasure in the face of life's pressures. Timothy Pickle, a scholar from Carleton University, unveils procrastination as a quest for instant gratification, a temporary haven from the demands and worries that cloud our existence. Life's persistent challenges, whether they be financial woes or relational struggles, can feel like a relentless tide. To temporarily step away from the tide and indulge in something as trivial as shopping for a new pair of shoes becomes a momentary balm. But what if you could swap this harmful habit for something constructive? Enter the 5-second rule, your newfound ally in the battle against procrastination. Dr. Pickle's one piece of advice rings true. The most effective way to tackle a task is simply to launch into it. The 5-second rule should come into play the very second you detect the siren call to stray from your purpose. Employ it to steer away from distraction and towards the momentum of action. The beauty of this rule lies in its ability to shift and ultimately strengthen your locus of control. No longer must you yield to procrastination's grip. Count down from 5, affirm your command over your actions, and savor the transformative journey from relinquishing control to reclaiming your destiny. Part 6. Transform worry into gratitude with a quick mental shift. The roots of worry are deeply intertwined with our upbringing. Many of us can recall a childhood sprinkled with cautious reminders from well-meaning parents. Be careful, they'd say, or don't forget your coat or you'll catch a cold. These persistent echoes from our early years have sculpted us into adults who, quite naturally, tend to fixate on concerns that are often beyond our grasp. This propensity for preoccupation, it turns out, is a common lament among the older generation. Dr. Carl Pillimer of Cornell University, after a decade-long quest, conversing with over 1,200 elders about life's essence, unearthed a striking consensus: a sense of wasted youth, marred by undue worry. Considering the brevity of life, isn't it a tragedy to while away our hours shackled by trepidation? It is crucial, then, before more time ebbs away into the sea of regrets, to lay claim to our mental expanse using the 5-second rule. Be vigilant of your mood's ebb and flow. When the current threatens to sweep you into the rapids of anxiety, stand firm and embark on a 5-second count. By the time you whisper 1, 2 critical questions should spring to mind. In this instant, for what can I be thankful? And when I look back, what will I want to cherish? The act of reflecting on these inquiries prompts a pivot from fretting to recognizing the joyous and fulfilling fragments of existence. Remember, amidst the swirl of life's hustle, the genuine treasures are those like heartfelt connections in your life's work. Deploy the 5-second rule as a beacon, illuminating the panoramic view of life's true wealth. In the grand symphony of the present, the notes of gratitude resound louder than those of anxiety. Allow the 5-second countdown to guide you to that harmonious balance, where the warmth of thankfulness outshines the shadow of worry. Final summary. Life is a canvas of possibility, and the brushstrokes you create are not destined or fixed. Each habit you form, each belief you hold dear, and every facet of who you are can be shaped and remolded. Embracing this realization opens a gateway to positive transformation. The 5-second rule stands as a deceptively simple yet profound instrument for such personal revolution. This tool empowers you to replace knee-jerk reactions with considered responses, all with a backward count from 5. It's a catalyst that interrupts the status quo of your decision-making processes and sets you on a path toward constructing a better version of yourself. This act of counting isn't a monumental shift in behavior, but its cumulative effect is nothing short of transformative. With each countdown, you redefine your identity, refashion your emotional responses, and revise the narrative of your life's journey. So, the next time you feel bound by the chains of habit or hindered by an ingrained mindset, remember, change is just 5 seconds away. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.